Great morning, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing great. So while we're here, let's get this day started. And I gotta do a disclaimer for you guys because they're always wonderful. Okay, so my goal is to practice a strategy. My goal is not to make any money on this. My goal is to just simply practice a strategy. So I highly recommend if you want to practice, only practice on your demo account. And this is for, entertainment purposes only. And let's just see how it goes. We're going to learn it together. Okay, now that we got the fun stuff out the way, I've been looking for like free music. Not free music, but music that I can play without a thing, like a copyright. So perhaps we'll get a little bit better. Yeah, give it a little bit of sound. Go. Am I coming through to, can you hear me?
The music is a little bit more louder than you.
Is the music loud?
It's louder than your sound. I can hear you, but the music more so stands out.
All right,
but it's
so
it's good. It's good though. I like it.
Okay, so I might just need to talk louder. Can you hear me well? Is this better? Or it's still loud?
I think turn it down just a little bit so it could be more like in the background and your voice, sounds out. Yes.
Is that better right there?
Yes. Okay,
that's cool. Good. Thank you. It's really good to have like some, to know like if you can hear me. Sometimes people don't be saying nothing.
Support. Hey, we gotta build this. We gotta build it.
Exactly. So where we're going to start, this is essentially how I start my trading day. There's this website called, I messed it up. Okay, let's try it again. So there's this website called Forex Factory, and I just go to forexfactory.com and I click it. I'm looking for a red or orange folder. So a red or orange folder means that there'll be news in the market. And what news means is, let's say if you're expecting the market to go down, it may go up. And if you're expecting it to go up, it may go down. So far we only have a orange folder for Euro. That means what, like medium news? So I'm gonna just put that in my notes. You are. Next, I'm gonna go to this other website called My FX Book. And I got all these saved, so they're not like really like rocket science. But I'm just gonna look at these first couple, and this is just telling me which pairs are moving the most. And these pairs have been moving for the past couple weeks. So, just making sure nothing's out of the odds. So, what time was the news for Forex Factory? Let me see. At 12:30. So we shouldn't be getting any news for a minute, but we just want to err on the side of caution with that. But let's check EUR USD. Nope. And I'll be showing you guys what I'm looking for. Yep, so this one is the perfect one. So I'm going to box up what I'm looking for. I'm looking for three things. First, I'm looking for this triangle right here. And then I'm looking for a cross. And my cross is right here. And then I am looking for my red line to go over my downgrade line, which is down here. Downgrade, also known as the 60. And we're going to do a bunch of these, so don't ever feel like you're, overwhelmed or anything. So we're waiting on this one. We need this red line to just go down, and then we'll be good. And what also makes it a bonus, I call this the parachute, meaning this is your man right here, the pink man or arrow, and this line right here, the gold line, which is your 200 EMA, this is your parachute. You always want your arrow to be in front of your parachute for the most optimal trades. Sometimes we'll take it with the line below, but for your perfect trades, that'll be a good one. But while we're waiting on this one, let me set this one up really good. Use this right here. So waiting on Euro CHF. And that's this. So I hear some people talk about the term day trading, like, oh, you're trading all day. No, like I do this literally for about an hour or two, and that's it. But when you see how much money you can make off of an hour or two and just practicing, it's kind of disgusting. Like, why not to? Like, why not do it? Alrighty. So we are waiting on, I gotta go for the 15 minutes. Oh, I made a mistake. Let me show you what I did wrong. You see this, how it's on the hourly, H1? Like I said, your biggest enemy in this field is user error. So let's go down to the 15 minute. So now this trade is invalid because we're only trading for the 15 minutes. But, we got good practice, so nothing wrong with that. All right, let me see. Nothing right here. Nothing right here. Nothing right here. Nothing right here. And I'll be telling you more so what I'm looking at. So this one would have been a perfect one that we've missed. Technically, it may still be good, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it and mark it up. So, what are the three things we're looking for? We're looking for an arrow. We're also looking for a cross between the blue and the yellow line. And this is more of a zoom in of the blue and the yellow line. And then we're looking for this red line right here to go below our downgrade line, which it did, or started to. So technically, it's still goodish, and we would take it for 10 pips. But we got in a little tad bit late. I would have wanted to get in. I would have wanted to have been watching it and then get in. All right. Now GU, nope, it's not ready. And this one, CAD JPY could potentially be ready, but let's mark it up and see. Insert shapes. Now, just so you know, red triangle means you would be looking for a sell. Green or red arrow means you'd be looking for a sell. Blue arrow means you'd be looking for a buy. And when did we last get our cross? So we got our cross a while up, but it was just a strong cross. So when you get like different variations of, like, when it doesn't meet your rules, most people walk away from it and some people still keep it, because you can see it's clearly been in a downtrend. But one of the things that I've noticed is just when these lines get relatively close, something happens. Either it'll shoot up or shoot down, or it'll be like a counter magnet. But we got our cross up here. Technically, it has still been going down. So all we would need is this red line to go down here, and then you could potentially take it. But I don't really like it, so let's keep looking. We've got over 28 pairs, and one is bound to be ready. bit more. So this one is kind of like the same thing, but this one looks a little more tighter. So the lines didn't cross, but they got very close, and then it started to push down. We got our pink arrow, meaning we would be, going in for a sale, and we're waiting on this red line to go down. And we got our parachute. Our 200 is our parachute. The gold line is the 200. These lines are called moving averages, and they represent the direction price is going. The lower the number, the closer that they move in with price. The higher the number, the more vague they are, or the more in the general direction that they're going. Like 200 is a high number compared to the 20. Compared to, you see this right here is the 8 and the 13, how these are moving. They just move with price compared to this yellow, which is the 20. And you see how when price dropped, it didn't keep up. It was a little bit of kind of like a slowing fall. So that's what it is. But I feel like this one would be ready pretty soon. But while we're getting ready, let's prep our numbers so we'll be ready. Right now we have a balance on our fake account, aka our certified visualization account, for $81,204.96. And we do times 3% because I recommend 2 to 3% per trade. So we'll do 3%. So that is $2,436.14 is what we're willing to risk. And I'd say maybe a 20 pips. So let me pull it up. Right. Let me write that number down in my calculator too. Money sign 2,436.14. 3%. All right, that's okay. And then we're looking to with 20 pips. So I'm gonna do my stop loss at about 20 pips. Oh, 20 pips is, oh, that's 200 pips. So this would be 20 pips. Let me do a 50 pip stop loss for this one.
Yeah. And what are you doing now? You're doing a what? A 50-50 what?
So I'm doing something called a 50 pip stop loss. So the market moves in something called pips. It's a unit of measurement. And
that's what I'm
how we make our money, right? How we make our money is based off of how many pips. So, and I'm gonna show you my lot size that I'm gonna do also. And I'm gonna tie it all in so it makes sense. But this number is my 3%, which is 3% of 81,204 cents. So I'm going to do pretty much a 50 pip stop loss divided by 500. And then 4.8. And I'm going to explain what that 4.8 is really quick for you. Was it just 4.8 or was it 4.87? All right. So we have 4, 8, 7. And I like colors. So that's our lot size that we're doing. Now, no, it's not $4.80. $4.87 is not that. What it is we bring the decimal over 1. And as we bring the decimal over 1, it would be $48.70. Let me show you. 40. 70. All right, and Trust me, it'll make a lot of sense in 1 second. I like colors. So we're doing 48.70. But what's significant about that number is we're going to risk 50 pips. So our handy dandy calculator, once we grab our handy dandy calculator, 487. I like to put notes down so I don't forget, because I sometimes forget. 4.87, 50 pip SL. 48.7 times 50. So that's what we're risking on our stop loss. And I'm looking to get 10 pips out of this. So I'm going to do 48.70 times 50. So I'll get $487. Now, what we're doing, the only thing that we're practicing in this is mastering the strategy with our eyes. So this part is just a bonus. You're practicing numbers as a bonus. But as you become, more fluent with your trade, you can start pulling down a lot more. But right now, we're just saying we want to get 10 pips. So this is where price is, and I bring it down. You see this number 159 in the center?
Yes.
Okay. And now it's 319.
Mm-hmm.
So what's really cool about that one is you always drop the last number on the right, of the middle. So this would be 17 pips. It says 177, but it would be 17.
Gotcha.
And you just drop the last number. The last number is like your pip bet. And I don't know, this is going to be a really weird analogy, but really weird analogies people tend to remember. So my wife and I, we just had a baby. And what's really cool about being like a dad is I get to just walk away. Granted, I don't walk away, but I can walk away. But my baby is really dependent on my wife. My baby is like my pipette. It's nothing without its mom. I know that sounds very, very weird, and we're not talking about my feelings on the statement, but you'll understand it.
Right. Absolutely.
That's the pipette. Now, this right here, just so you see, this is looking like one might say, ooh, it's ready, I can take it. I want to see it go through it a little bit, and then I'm going to hop in. Because if it doesn't go through it, we're not ready just yet. Because I've seen it just bounce off. I've seen it turn around. So this is why we just continue to watch. But what we'll do, though, we'll sit this one over to the side, and that's GJ. And now that we're waiting on that one, we can start looking at another one. That one did run. We don't want that. We don't want that. AVNDB. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. We don't want that. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. Nope, we don't want that. That doesn't look like a bad one. Let's mark it up. Alrighty. Insert shapes. Now we're seeing a lot of sales. I'm going to show you a couple buys as well. It's the same thing, just a little opposite. So we got a cross. Our cross was up here. My highlighter didn't work. Right where the yellow and blue lines crossed. And then we got it to where it touched it right here. Like I said, different people have different rules, but we're practicing the strategy and learning the strategy. So these trades are kind of optional, but I'm gonna hop in on it. Let me see where I'm at. What would I feel most comfortable stop loss with? I would say a 30 pip stop loss. All right. Notes. Clear. 2436.14. Oh no, that is the 3%. Divided by 300, 8.12. So I'm about to do an 8.12 sell on this. What do you think the lot size will be? I mean, how much is that? 8.12.
I would say $81.20?
Exactly. Now, I tell you, like, this took me 2 years to learn, so, and you're getting it. That's kind of messed up, you know. You'd be like,
taught
man.
me. You must have taught me the quicker way.
Exactly. I was seeing so many people explaining it in these complex ways. I'm like, what? And then I found the simple way, and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering why I have two different brokers, is because the broker can see, like, let's say you start winning a bunch of trades, the broker might look and say, what is he using? And they can mess with your indicators. So I have a blank one with just lines on it, so they can't see it. Make sense? All right. So now that I've done this, I'm going to click this green line. All right. And I want to do 10 tips. So I'm just going to drag it down. I'm on the weekly. That's why. 15. Let's count. Let's calculate them first. So the way that you would calculate your pips is with this one. This has 3 digits. Some currency pairs have 4, and some of them have 5, and some of them have 3. I'm gonna show you how to calculate the 3. We're going in for a sell, meaning we want it to go down. So we're going to subtract 10 pips. So instead of this being, 0.12, it'll be 0.02. 93.02. 6. Modify. You see this red line right here? This is my take profit. And if you look to the left, you'll see TP, and I'm in a sell. I'm gonna click this green line again, and I'm gonna calculate my stop loss. So I'm gonna calculate my stop loss by just adding plus, 3. So this would be 4. 4, 2, 6. 9, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 6. 9, 3, 4, 6. So, and that's at the 30. And there's 2 different ways you can do it. You can count and do it the long, harder way, or you can, just drag it and look at the middle number. It's really up to you. I like to eat the crust first, and that way I can just get through it easier long term. But this number right here represents if we're in profit or not in profit. So that's what's going on.
Carlos, I hate to say I have to leave, but if I can come back, I'll be back in a few minutes if I can, okay?
Oh, absolutely. Come and go as you please.
Thank you.
No problem. You have a great one.
You too.
So we're now in this trade. Now we're waiting on this trade. Right, this right here. AUDCHF. I just took AUDJPY. So now let's go. Let's click sell. Boom. 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 I just did AUDJPY. So next thing I need to do is AUDCHF. Here we go. This is where I left off. So this one, we are not looking, we're not looking to hop in the silver, but I will certainly mark her up. We got an arrow. We got a cross. We have it going down. And when it would have went down, let's say we got in right here, we would have just rode her down. 100 pips, 133 pips. That's disgusting how much money that would be. I would be appalled. I'd be revolted if I made that amount of money. That fast. I'd be like, yes. But that's how it goes. I'm just playing. That's the norm. But let's make sure we're in the right time frame now. Now we're on a 15-minute. Same principle, it was just a different time frame. And we double check before we take trades or any of that stuff. So AJ, let me make sure my AJ. Yep, my AJ is on the right time frame. Nope. 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 I think this one could be getting ready. You know, like we get it to go up and then down. It just looks like that's where it would want to go. This one, no. You are JPY. Nope. You are GBP. This one didn't touch the red line, so I wouldn't have taken it. Let's do a quick scan. Alrighty. So we have this one. Nope, I wouldn't have. Now I didn't give you an indication that it was going down. Nope. This one would have been a good one to get in. Check. Uh-oh, GJ has now entered the building, y'all. Dun dun dun. So, GJ, we said how much pips did we say we wanted? I think that one was the 50 pipper. GJ, we yet. Okay, 50 pips. Yes. All right. And then I took my notes. 487. 4.87. Sell. Take profit would be 162 point. Remember, we're dropping this down. We're selling 155. No, it's weird to subtract, but still keep the end. And then for this one, we're adding 50. So 162. So 5 plus 2. So, that's 30. TJ as well. US 30, I think, moves hand in hand. We always get these cool toys, and it's always great to just see them. So, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4. Oh, that's about where I put this. I've been in multiple different trades. Now, 15-minute scalper. Okay. Hope the crying wasn't too loud for you guys, but I'm back. So let's check these charts again. I've got baby and bottle duty. Okay, that one's not something we're looking at. Perhaps. No, that's been going down. Hang on. No, my screen wasn't sharing. That's peculiar. Now you can see. Okay. Now let's take a look here. So that would have been a perfect, like, if it was a red triangle, I would have loved it. But it wasn't. So let's look at this. Let's just mark this one up. You know, like a back test it. So we got our arrow. We have our cross. Insert shapes, rectangles. And we would have got it right. And we should have got it right here too. So I see 2 entry points. Let's see. How much did you drink? Oh, you're almost at that. So, where did I say we were getting? This one. Insert rectangles, shapes. And I wouldn't have recommended to get into here, but if you did, hypothetically speaking, you would have got kicked out. Depending on what you did your risk as. Like your pips. Like this one, you know. Yeah. So, for the person that got in right here, let's say you rode it 10 pips, that would be 10. You never hit your stop loss. But let's say it gives you, well, it did give you 126. And then, let's say you got in right here. So maybe like right here, it pushed up. Got it? I'm feeding with one. 102 pips, and never hit your stop loss. So 200 pips times whatever lot size you're using, that's pretty nice. I like that. Let's see what else we got. GBP CHF. Yep, that's the one that would have just been nice to just be in. No. GJ, are we in GJ? History. Did we do GJ at all? Yeah, we did GJ. It still looks like it's going down, honestly. I don't want to be greedy. I'm seeing this one. UJ, I'm seeing it going down at some point. I don't know when, so that's why we're kind of just like, but I'll keep it on my radar. Now it's Friday, so I don't want to be in trades all day, particularly. But is it? No, it's not NFT. So what's the go up when you cross? Nope, it's not. AJ, it's AJ, right? Yeah, AJ. CHF JPY. So looking like my JPYs are gonna, they're in a downtrend, which is good. It's good to have that understood. And CHF looks good too for a sale. So like if we get a red, a red line, then it's good. If we don't get a red line, then it's like who cares? Run, you must be burped. Oh, I've learned a trick with babies. You need your pacifier. Okay. Is that a burp? Second. I can't use my mouse with my left. So this one would be taken out. That's one. Yeah. I mean, it could technically go down and go up, but I just don't see it now. Why? This one is a good one. So let's mark it up as a something that happens. We got our area. We got our date. Our reckoning. Down below the 60. Perfect. Give me a second. We gotta do our product. There. We got it right up here. Let's say we would have got it right here. And remember, how much do we want to take? For me, now we're only going for the 10. But in the future, I mean, 200. No, that's 20 times 200. But did it ever hit our stop loss? It didn't. It didn't hit our stop loss. So what we're doing is we're just in the process of training the eyes. And as we train the eyes and get them, better trained, as we get them better trained, we will be much more efficient and we'll be good. Yesterday I had took a trade with this strategy and it popped out to me. I was on some quick stuff. They called me quick draw McGraw. I was like, whoosh. Put you at this side. Learning trade strategies and learning baby strategies. So I would say I'm probably a ranked individual by now as far as skills and talents. Okay, so you cool? You ready to just sit down? I got a 1 month old, about to be 2 month old, and all he wants to do is eat and be held. That's the life. Alright, so nothing again. Nothing. This one, let me see. It did do it, but it didn't fit our rules. And I don't really like me personally, I don't like to go in downtrends towards the 200 because imagine a man falling into his parachute. He might die. So that's why we just want to be a little cautious because sometimes once he touches it, it'll go up. It'll like bounce up. And sometimes it just goes through it. You don't really know. Like it went through, it had a right here. Let me grab my box. So right here, price had a tassel or a tug with the 200 EMA or the parachute, and then it shot it through. I just got me. They were fighting, there was smoke and all kind of stuff, and it just threw it up. But what's kind of cool about how this works is what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. So you just want me to hook you just like this, huh? Is that better? Is that what you want? Babies are like some women, or I guess not really women, people, they don't really tell you what they want. They make you guess. Guessing games suck. Well, what's a good pair to stay on the lookout for? I like my GJs, and there was one that I said I was looking for, my JPYs. Still doesn't look bad, but I can back test that. So we're going to click this green triangle and this red arrow, and what this allows us to do, this allows us to look back. Okay, so let's just back test a couple. We have our triangle. Now we have our cross. So we wouldn't have got into that. Although it looks like a great one, we wouldn't have got into it. Some people probably would, but I would probably. I like the perfect entries. So this one hit my upgrade line, and I would say the pump has been primed and is ready to go. So if we would have got into this, and we only wanted 10, but it gave us 30. And we're at 20 right here, and it's operating with the parachute in mind, which is a bonus, and I like that. So this blue arrow, this pink thick line, and this blue thick line, that's one thing right there. They're the same indicator. So I like to see when I'm hopping in that price is the arrow is following price. So yeah, so that's one. Let's say if we would have gotten here. Some of these you win and some of these you lose. That's why you practice proper risk management. So if we would have did this, what some people might do, some people keep a 50 pip stop. So if I would have used this to back test me, 49, I would have got what I want. Now, granted, I might be risking a lot, but as long as I'm being really good with my stop losses, and you get much tighter, and you're making money, it's not bad. And you do your risk accordingly. Now, what we have. And a little bit. Let's mark this one. We got a blue arrow. Wait, I clicked the wrong arrow. We have a blue arrow. It had already crossed. And we were just waiting. And it turned red, so we wouldn't have got into that one. But we were still in that cross because it had recrossed back, so we technically wouldn't have. We would have closed out our trade if we would have gotten into this, and we shouldn't have gotten into this. But the red arrow means, that's when you close out because it could be going down. But it didn't really do anything. So this was just like a BS arrow, so to speak. Something happened, but not nothing. So right now we have this arrow right here. So right now we have, where am I? Okay. So we got another blue arrow, which we would have still marked up. Our cross is still, I would say, in my opinion, still valid. And then right here, so let's say we were to hop in right here. Let's say maybe right here. So 20 pips right here. But if you decide you want to do a 60 pip, whatever floats your boat. That's wrong, but we want 10. So it gave us 10. But it also gave us 50. And then it never hit 20. So this is 20. So meaning, before it hit it, so that means before it hit our stop loss, it would have gave us 48 pips. It would have given us 57. Where was that? Right here. So it would have gave us 50 before it would have, took anything. So, yeah, can't beat that way. And then it was ever so generous again. And gave us more. And if they gave us 26, we would have took 10, and it never touched our stop loss. So that's 2 right there. And the thing is you just want to continue to just learn how to watch and monitor your trades. Now, although this one isn't with the parachute, like I like it, see how this man is falling into his parachute? We have enough distance to where it's up to you if you want to take it. But we still mark it up, and that way we train our eyes and see what we're going to, see what we're used to. Does that make sense? Rectangles. And so it did it literally all the time. So let's say hypothetically speaking, we got into here. Wouldn't have liked that one. And this would have kicked us out. But if we would have did a much higher stop loss, because I would have probably did maybe like half of the candle, which might have been like 29. It would have gave us 34. But like I said, this one doesn't fit our rules. It just worked out. So you only want to get 6 out of 10. I think we did. 6 out of 10, you're good to go. Or your GPP, like I like to say. Already. Oh, let me go back to this. Okay. Let's check. So we're still heading in a down and uptrend. They cross from back here. But our rules are still button right there. Okay, rectangle. We got our arrow. And let's say if we hopped in right here, right along the arrow, and we got our parachute, so probably would have been maybe like right as we got the arrow. Hadn't gotten into any of the first candle with the arrow, but now that I see it, it doesn't look terrible. We never hit our stop loss, and it gave 150 pips. 150 pips is really good. Next, let's see what else we got. We wouldn't have gotten to this one, maybe here, but it wasn't a good one because you see, like right here, kind of like a shooting star, which says it's going down. So, yep, doing to like that one. Third. We got our, I keep wanting to say triangle. Oh, there. Okay. Rectangle. We got our cross. And let's see if we like it. So, first thing I noticed about this, I don't like how this is so close to the line. It's not a parachute. But because this is GBP, we only need like a centimeter or something like that, of a move. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, we got it right here. Like this pip right here was 8. So we would have got there pretty quick. And it never touched our stop loss. With GBPs, those, like, you can see that each candle is about, that's 16 pips for that candle. That's 30 pips for that candle. So you want to make sure your stop loss and take profit is appropriate. But yeah. let's say we would have hopped in right here. Now, me hopping in after. Look it up. So my theory about being this close out of the this close out of the 200 is it could be retracement, but it looks like it retraced. So, and then we got our hangman, or I call them lollipops. I've seen so many people who like wearing that they know the name, but they all call it something different. But this little thing right here looks like an upside down lollipop. That is an indicator that the market is going to turn around. So that could have been a double confirmation. That could have been a double confirmation. So let's say if we were to get it, let's say maybe we would get it right. Let's say right here. They gave us 10, they actually gave us 50. Because their stop loss. And I would have put the stop loss below. So we would have probably been looking to like 50 pips stop loss. But it gave it pretty quick. What do we have for this one? We have pretty much the same thing. Insert is rectangle. Right here. So they gave us this same candle, but they 60 pips. Then if you would have been greedy, we had a low stop loss. Then we would have taken it. But if we had a generous stop loss, they would give you up. Then wait, there's more. Third. So you would have got it right here. It gave 110. Never hit stop loss. I could have been comfortable with a 25th stop loss right here. Okay. See what else we got. Alright. Great. So we got our arrow. We got, no, I want rectangle. We got a cross. Insert shape. And we got the red line at the upgrade line. So we may or may not have gotten to this. So like I wouldn't have gotten into this one. I mean, depending on where the candle is, based off of where it closed, you might have lost that one. But that's why you just need to, keep an eye on some trades, and some trades you don't. But that's why you stay with the risk. This one where it closed, so where it closed, I see that it's an indication that it's on temple. It's like a hanging lollipop thing. And this little candle part, the line is the wick, and the box is the candle. But the candle could be at the very tip, or it could be right a little bit down. So this one we would have got it. But it's okay. Because if we would have gotten this 100 pips, losing 10 pips wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Especially if we would have got our 3% within, let's say if we got in here. So, we're still in, we got that. Okay, so our trade right here would have still held. It never hit. So we would have been up here almost 200 pips if we were watching it. So to lose a little bit, it wouldn't really matter. But that's why you practice. That's why you study these charts. That's why you keep data on them. Okay, the GDP is moving. But while we're waiting, let's run a quick check. See if we get those. Okay, EURCHF. Nope, that's the down. That's the down turn. That. Looks like it would be a great sale. All right. This is why. DJ. Yeah. So this is DJ still making it flow. So if we would have been on it, we could have really just ran it. And we got an idea that we could have ran it, but now, mental data usually runs. Alrighty. Now what about this one? So this one that dropped. I would have guessed it was maybe about here. So let's mark her up really quick. Rectangle. Rectangle. We got cross. Put that in right about here. And we would have been good. That gave us so we would have this one. We would have lost. Cool. Yep. But it's okay. So we probably let's see. Like right that thing. So you would have got that. So maybe if you just watched it. Still nothing. Not that. I would like to see it go to sale, but we need more stuff. Kind of funny, like one of the things I've noticed now is like with this pair just now, just by like looking off of it, and this is just off of what this is daily 10. I see the lines, I'm like, yep, that's what it is down from. But it's like the eyes are changing. It becomes like 80 I could see it going up and down. Let's make that a bit longer. $30. That's 51. Go up. So I'm thinking that would be maybe like a little bit more time. This one, yeah. Yeah. Nope. Nope. I like GBP AUD. It looks like it's more in strength. Yeah. But let's back up a couple of these, and then what we can do is we can have this one into ready. So probably may not get into this one. You know, we stay on here typically for like 9:30, but probably won't have anything, you know, by 9:30. So we'll, keep an eye. I didn't like this. I didn't really see anything because I just saw the arrow, the cross is back here, but we didn't get it, coming up. We could have almost took this, but almost doesn't get you there. See how this came up and almost touched? So it might have touched and then changed its line, but that's why you look for multiple combinations. This one right here, yeah. I would say depending on where you would have gotten, but we got arrow. There. We got our cross. There. Got it. Spot. Okay. So let's say we would have got down here. Gave us 10. Yeah. Definitely gave us 10. And then this is our stop loss up here. So it wasn't, it definitely was going. Now this one, because we got a blue arrow, it's been, we would need this one to turn around. But that can happen in no time, especially because GBP moves. Alright, now let's see what we're I have now got Z Baby down. So we need these bad boys to do a little bit of movement. I need this one to go down and then up. I need this one to go up, then down. I need this one to go down and up. So we got some potentials, and we're still waiting to see just what we're going to get next. I know. Sorry. That. What is the first thing we always check? Our time frame. Always check the time frame. Not really. Loud truck. Okay. Now we need this to turn around. And I feel like we have a level of support or resistance, whatever you want to call it. We have a floor right here. So depending on what we get, we need to push down and push out here. So I got 4 to watch, but I think the other 2 trades have hit. Let's take a look at those, and then what we can do is just keep an eye. Nope. So they hit. So what? I got 1, 2, 3, 4 trades hit in a row. How great is that? All right. So what? I get this today. I did 3. I like it. It's a separator. Separate. That's what. 4, 1, plus 7, 4, 6.44. Nope, I'm going to subtract. So we're at 0, 5, minus 6, 7, 7, minus 0, 4, 1, a long way. Like, one, one, seven, 7, 4, 4, 7, 6, 4, 5, that's it. And yes, yes, yes. What's the song? So, have a couple and back to start making better notes. So my data doesn't get my book doesn't get paid. My we're actually about out. Okay, so we need this one to come back around. This one to come back around. Okay, so my body. Okay. No, it's good. I feel like anything fast. Right. Or so I'm waiting on because now that this has touched the upgrade line, we just need to turn around. So like this red line, so I don't know. We don't need it to leave and look like it's never touched it. We just kind of slide or so technically and close. Have that upgrade. So great to G R D great. Great. Okay. 1, 3. So buy on this one. This right here, this lollipop, gonna go. But while we know it's gonna go, let's get it prepped. Let's prep it for surgery. 200 right there, sitting ever so wonderfully. Want to do it? Say we do it 25. Calculator. Okay. 2, 5, 4, 6, 1, 4, 9, 2, 10, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 0. That's 9.7. 100%. They'll bring the brand, they'll bring the like, there you go. So what can happen is it's like when it go down, it's super fun. So that's why we want to call it. But this is the one that's pretty fun. Instead of the sideways, I'm not crazy about this one, but we gotta stick to it. So let's see how it does. book out of my account. So what I'm going to just post it. So hope you guys have fun. Remember, you guys are something special. Everybody's something special. So enjoy your specialness.